What I'm about to share isn't some complicated secret or series of shifts. It's simply a step-by-step process to launch your remote cleaning business. It's the exact things that I had to stop doing and start doing to turn my barely $2,000 a month into consistent 7K months. With over 12 years of experience in marketing, sales, and management, serving small business owners, I've created this video for you. Hello, it's Shanique here, helping you cleaning business professionals master sales, marketing, and mindset so that you are well paid and well respected. And if you're interested in that type of content, then be sure to subscribe. If you notice, I'm going to be talking to both you and my laptop with my notes. I feel like this is just a lot easier for me to stay consistent, so bear with me. Cleaning businesses are about to experience a massive shift that most people aren't seeing. There's a huge opportunity in building a remote cleaning business, one that can generate serious income without doing the cleaning yourself. In November 2023, I invested $6,000 in a 4-month course that helped me relaunch my cleaning business remotely. Before that, I spent 6 years running a solo business with a small team, making around max $3,000 a month. After the course, I made an extra $16,000 in less than 60 days, with averaging $5,000 to $7,000 a month while working part-time and building my online personal brand. Since then, I've committed being a full-time content creator, sharing exactly how I profited from my remote cleaning business and shifts that made it possible so that you don't have to spend $6,000 learning these straightforward concepts. So enough with the fluff and the sentimental stuff. Let's get into the steps. First and foremost, if you already had it figured out, you wouldn't be watching this video. So let's get real and clear about what I did to relaunch my cleaning business remotely and start making serious money. The first step I really had to do was be honest with myself, because I've been running a cleaning business 5 years, and yes, I was making profit, and yes, I was making a bit of income to help my daily bills, but that's not why I started a business. I didn't start a business to have a glorified job. If what you were doing now was working, you wouldn't be in this video, right? So admit that your current approach isn't getting you where you want. You can either keep spinning your wheels or decide to get help to reach your goals faster and with less risk. So hence why I invested $6,000 for a coach, and I made back that investment in less than 60 days. Maybe you don't have $6,000 yet. Starting with this video is your first step. I also open my DMs on TikTok and Instagram for questions. I'll be happy to support or guide you to resource that can possibly help you out as best as possible. Step 2 was to clean up my backend and have a proper CRM system, so client relationship management software. This not only helps with your payment, scheduling, tracking reports and all that, it's literally the backbone. It is about professionalism, scalability, saving on your mental energy. One of my current clients, she is managing about 5 clients, everything manually, Google Calendar, sending emails, sending invoices manually. I said, okay, so how is that gonna work when you have 100 clients? Prepare for growth by reducing burnout, human error, frustration. You didn't start your business to bury yourself in more work. You're either going to gaslight yourself and say, oh, but it's worth it, or you're going to make intentional decisions that will help relieve that, because that is an option. A proper CRM will help diminish all the unnecessary restriction and resistance in your business that you can avoid right now. One of the CRM systems that was huge in my earlier years was Jobber. Jobber is a AI software primarily for home service business owners. Perfect if you are starting up or you're going through this relaunch. I also use a few other options as well if you need help making the decision, because it all depends on the structure that you will end up using. Go ahead and DM me as well. Step 3, audit and clean up your online presence and to be taken seriously in the marketplace. So most often not, solo cleaners, you started out and you're just blitzing your business on marketplace, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and you're just putting anything and everything out there. Eventually, when you start making money, you start getting clients. The way you got your initial clients might necessarily still be the same way you're gonna get your high ticket clients later on. So if you're in a place where you want to relaunch your business, you need to also audit your online presence. I find that a lot of people that come to me in the hustle, doing anything they can to get in front of as much people, you come to a point where now you want to build a solid brand, market your business for what it truly can be, and not just trying to get in front of the rat race. I do have a high ticket client playbook that helps you go through your social media and pinpoint what to audit on your social media and platforms. So check that out. This is also going to help for those who've asked me, like, so how do you build your marketing strategy as well as your policies? More often than not, you need to define your mission, your vision, who you want to serve, because you possibly have been doing this for a year, a few months, a few years, and you kind of know the kind of clients that you want to primarily market. That's what you need to understand, get really clear on, and then your policies are built off of how you want to like service these individuals or service the marketplace. That's where your policies come from, as well as your marketing strategies as well. Step 4 is obviously meant to be on this list, which is hire cleaning providers. Stop doing the cleaning yourself. This was a tough decision for me, and I was nervous about it too. I first started my solo practice with the idea of having employees. Pros and cons of both subcontracts and employees. If you do want a video on that, comment down below. But there's pros and cons. I first wanted employees, but after I started to get very clear and go through that internal spiritual journey myself, I understood where I want to be in the next 5-10 years, and having employees or investing the time and the voice employees right now wasn't necessarily needed to get to my long-term goals. So having subcontractors and subbing out the jobs was faster, easier, and when you have a seamless system, works perfectly fine should you want to either sell it later on. You're able to work remotely, and it's a faster turnover than having to hire a new person, brand spanking new, get them set up with their supplies and X, Y, and Z. I have a full video on how I went about finding, hiring, and testing subcontractors on YouTube, so check the thingy on the screen or in the description box down below. I was nervous too, because it was a process finding a few cleaning providers, but once you do, you only need one to start making passive income in your business. And obviously passive, like, you're not putting in the work, you're not putting in the hours. It's you've hired the team, you sent them out, and they're bringing in income by doing the jobs. Have trust in yourself that you're able to impart that energy onto the people that you will eventually invite into your business to help you out and do these jobs. It's simply providing expectations and guidelines and having a clear understanding between you and subcontractor that makes it simple. A lot of times you don't necessarily know how to be a leader, hence why it's hard for you to have difficult conversations or kind of know what's going on in your business to relay that to individuals in your team. This is something that I help and coach and consult as a high ticket house pro client of mine. Okay, if you do want to get more information on that, you could apply using the link down below. Step 5, focus on high ticket clients versus more clients. Forget chasing more clients. You need clients who value your service and pay premium. I was running the wheel, being resentful of my business, overworking for pennies, realizing that if I was more strict in my business, set up better policies, and learned how to sell effectively, I then positioned myself in front of people that paid better, and I knew how to connect, like align them with the service that they wanted. Do you want that? One of my clients closed a 3,500 post-construction job, and here's how you can do it too. Obviously, there's a different nuances to her story, but if I can give you 3 tips, this is what I'll do. So you're going to follow the free high ticket client playbook down below. It breaks down how to go about cold emailing for consistent recurring high ticket jobs and clients. Get on My Business Google. So my specific client that closed at 3K plus post construction, the client reached out to her via Google, and we were able to really set up the communication and the sales process to then close the bid for her. When you're on Google and you're getting more of the high ticket clients, commercial office, real estate agent, like people that are professional that, you know, just need a boom, find a quick cleaner via Google versus they don't want to go through the process of going through a Facebook group and kind of sifting out and finding the cheapest option. They want the most reliable option because they need things to be done fast. Time is money for that value client. So they're going to find the most efficient way to find the best value. And Google is that way. Next, you're going to stop taking cheap referrals. Most often than not, you may be the place where your prices are not even at par and you're barely making it with your prices. And you might be raving about all the referrals you're getting, but you're getting the referrals in the price range you do not desire or do not support your business growth. And what I mean by business growth, I don't necessarily also mean financial gain, but if you do not make enough money to cover the right expenses to provide the best value service, then you also playing yourself. If you don't have profit to buy better equipment or more equipment, you are playing yourself. That's why you do need to price for profit and price for gain in your business so you can show up best in your business. So stop taking cheap referrals. Now, there's tons of ways to attract your first clients, or there's tons of ways to attract clients. Matter of fact, you can simply search YouTube and you're going to find tons of videos of multiple ways to get cleaning clients, the secret way to get cleaning clients. You are going to search how to start a remote cleaning business and hear the same, or if not similar direction, just a different person with different experiences. What matters is you making a conscious decision to build your business with no excuse, feeding your faith and your vision and starving your doubts, because another video isn't going to magically give you the magic answers. Everything you hear in this video is exactly what I did to make an extra 16K. There's nothing special. Get a CRM system that works. Get out of your head. Get cleaners. Get in front of clients. Learn how to sell, market, and build a brand. Over and over and over again. There's different nuances based on your current level of skills, but it's not another video is not going to give you something magically new. It might be called something different, but it's exactly the same steps I just said right now. And I hope that helps you know that you are not behind. You need to do the thing. Essentially, you could stand outside with a sign saying, hey, I'll clean your house. You can market anyway, but where you invest your marketing and your advertising energy really only becomes clear when you know where you want to take your business, who you want to serve, and your staffing structure. Get clear on that, stand on business on it, and you will find the structure and the strategy for that specific decision. Now, if you are someone that wants to relaunch and reboot from solo to remote, where you're hiring out subcontractors, finding quality individuals to fulfill jobs, then reach out to me. My DMs are usually open for chat to clarity. I generally like doing that. And I can either suggest a resource or individual or a specific resource that I possibly have that I can help you. The reason why I invested $6,000 wasn't necessarily I didn't know what to do. I understood that time is money, and I rather not have invested years, months searching, piece together certain things or making the mistakes. I wanted the step-by-step process directly from the person who's done it. You may not be learning from someone who made six figures. It may be someone who knew how to, again, from one of my clients, she just closed a $3,500 post-construction. Learning from someone who got one client, if you don't have one client. Learning from someone who has a team of 2 when you have a team of 0, go ahead and learn from them. As you grow and implement the skill and do the thing, you will learn to build more momentum, build your profit, and you can reinvest in your business accordingly. My first coach was $95. My last coach was $6,000 because I didn't bank on a special super tool. Whatever they said, I absorbed it like a sponge and I implemented it. I used my own experience. Again, I do have 12 years of marketing and sales, so I knew how to work with sales and talk to individuals. I put those skills to use and I made more money the next month, the next year. And eventually I took a big leap of investing $6,000 on a coach. 100% worth it. I've never regretted investing in a coach. I've learned from every single one of my coaches, being around the energy of people that have done it and are willing to do it. Every coach knows everything, not every mentor is going to know it all, but if they have the energy of stop your excuses and make a way, pairing with that mindset is impeccable. If you didn't hit your goals 2025, you are replaying the old habits and old thoughts that you are blinded to. You are clinging to people that is feeding those thoughts and not around people that are going to destroy it, rip it apart, and rebuild it into the CEO you're meant to be. Let's have a chat in my DMs. I love to get that vibe and challenge my community. I thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe, and I see you in the next one.